everyone, it's Calvin Raab. Hope you're having an awesome day today and I hope you're having one of the best summers ever. Now, speaking of best, I want to go over the best financial decisions that I have made. Now, I've made a ton of financial decisions in my life, some of them directly towards finance and some of them just life decisions that ended up being great financial decisions. And there are 5 that I kind of narrowed down that have been the best 5 financial things or financial decisions that I have made. And in this video, I want to go over exactly what those 5 were. Now, they're not going to be in any particular order. It was really hard for me to rank them, so they are unranked and in no order, but these are 5 financial decisions that have made a drastic impact on my life and that, in my opinion, are some of the best decisions that I have made in my life. The first decision I want to go over, and this could quite possibly be one of the best decisions I have ever made in my entire life, and that was I went to community college. So after high school, you guys know I went to Gonzaga University, and after my freshman year at Gonzaga, I then went to community college for a year here in San Diego, and a few months ago, I actually got accepted to UCLA's economics program, and I'm going to finish out my undergraduate degree at UCLA. Now, from a financial standpoint, this was great. It saved me so much money. And if you want to see exactly the breakdown, you can go and see my video about how I saved $40,000 with one decision. The numbers are staggering and I absolutely loved community college. I met many great people, I had amazing professors, and I learned a lot. So it was a great decision when it came to finances. You know, I no longer will have to be going into debt when it comes to college, and it was a great opportunity for me to meet new people of different backgrounds, and I learned a lot, which for me, when it comes to academics, is the most important thing. So going to community college was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, and it has completely changed the trajectory in my life. The second decision I want to go over was starting a side hustle. And if you're wondering what my side hustle is, well, you're watching it. YouTube and this kind of personal finance business that I've sort of created is my side hustle. Now, I started this back when I was a freshman in high school, back when I was about 14, 15 years old, and I've kept it up ever since. And the great thing is I really love doing this. So it was a lot of work, and it still is a lot of work, but I absolutely love making these videos, writing articles and everything like that, and it is starting to pay me. Now, it doesn't pay me very much. I think in the last 28 days, I made about $170 off of ad revenue. So that obviously is not going to make me rich, but I hope to keep growing that, and I am so excited to see where this side hustle takes me as it turns into a real business. Third financial decision that was very good for me was I started investing, and specifically I started when I was young. So I started investing right when I could, right when I turned 18 years old. That's when I jumped into investing because that was the earliest I could open a brokerage account in my name. And the cool thing about that was if you look at a compound interest calculator, if you start when you're that young, it is insane how much money you can make. I spend a lot of time looking at compound interest calculators because I'm weird like that, but I spend a lot of time just seeing down the road how much, if you just start in your late teens, early 20s, throughout your 20s, how much money you can make down the road. It is unbelievable, and investing has opened up a lot of doors for me. I found something that I really enjoy, and I can also grow my wealth at the same time. So starting investing was, of course, one of the best decisions I have made. The fourth decision I want to talk about is getting into personal finance. So personal finance was a field that I found back in high school, that I really started studying back in high school, and just really fell in love back then. And ever since then, I've just started studying it more and more, and it has opened up so many doors. So you guys know I talk about real estate. That came from my interest in personal finance, led me down that real estate side, and just getting really financially literate about what it means to be good at finances, what finances really are, and how you should control your finances. The fifth best decision I made was I got a job. Now, this one may seem obvious, but when you look at kids in high school and oftentimes early in their college career, when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, it shocks me how many people don't get a job, especially summer jobs. Now, for me, I worked over summer. I also worked during the school year last year, and getting a job is really important, especially at a young age. And the cool thing is it brings in money. And the great thing when you're young and oftentimes in high school or in college is that you can save probably about 90% of your income. The reason for that is because you're probably not paying rent, and oftentimes you're not really having to pay for food oftentimes because if you're eating with your family or something like that. So you can save a massive portion of your income, which is great, especially if you want to get into investing and different things like that, because later on you're going to have a lot more expenses, but you don't when you're younger. Another reason it's great is because I've worked different jobs and I've learned about how different sectors work. You know, I've worked in the finance sector, I've worked in the tech sector, I've worked in the customer service sector as a busser and a waiter, and they've all taught me about how these jobs work. It taught me what it means to work as part of a company, and it's taught me customer service, how to work with angry clients and different things like that, and it's really given me great life skills and how to communicate with a boss and different things like that, how to work with coworkers. And there are so many benefits to getting a job, especially at a young age, that you just can't really teach in a classroom. So getting a job is so important. It always shocks me as people get older in their early 20s and they still don't get a job, and just it doesn't have to be the perfect job, doesn't have to be high paying, just get a job. And I think that was something that made a big difference in my life, was getting a job. So that is something that I highly recommend. So that will wrap it up. As I thought about all my financial decisions out there, these are kind of the 5 that made the biggest impact on my life. Now, I've made a lot of different little financial decisions that were great and I'm very proud of and I'm glad I did, but these were the 5 that just made the biggest difference on my financial life and as an extension of that, my life as a whole. So those are my 5. I now want to turn it to you guys. Rather than really, you can give me your 5 if you like. I would love that. I'd love to read through there, but I want to know, what is the best financial decision you have ever made? For me, I couldn't pin it down to one. They were all great and changed my life in different ways. But if you can narrow it down to one, I would love to know, what is the greatest financial decision that you have made? So let me know in the comments below. This is going to be very exciting to read. And I think if you can just give me what your best one was, maybe that'll motivate someone or get someone else thinking like, oh, maybe I should look into that. And they can make that decision as well and it will help them. So we can kind of get that domino effect going. But that will wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, my name is Raab, and here I make videos all about personal finance, just like this one. So if you're interested in anything like that, I would love it if you would subscribe, and when you do, you will find new videos here every single Monday and Friday. They'll be all about personal finance and all that fun stuff. And the reason I make these videos is, as I said earlier in the video, I do it because I believe that personal finance can be fun. So in these videos, I try to convey that energy, that excitement I have for it, to show you guys that personal finance is pretty cool. So I highly recommend just subscribing if you're new, and hello to all my new subscribers. It is great to see you there. I've seen the numbers go up and it's been fun seeing my subscriber count go up because it just lets me know that I'm helping out more and more people. So thank you guys so much for watching. That will end it, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. But as always, my name is Raab, and I will see you soon. Bye guys. Have an awesome rest of your day. You guys are awesome.